Evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're all well. Just on World News Report today and two more. You must have two more channels, so we'll just say it's World News Report today. Is the name of the channel. So, quite interesting this, to be honest. It's all kind of talk of Nibiru. The Anunnaki, I mean, there's two cracks with Nibiru. Nibiru is a planet, but it's also a crack that it's our sun's binary star that's gone out. The sun has gone out. So it's a dead star, so obviously it can't be seen. It's not on fire. Um, and yeah, it can only be seen in the infrared spectrum is kind of the crack. But one crack I heard was as he got closer, like our sun reignited it, and there was two suns in the sky, and that's kind of where that Star Trek thing comes from, as Star Wars, and why it's kind of made a big thing of two suns in the sky because it's linked to Nibiru and there being two suns in the sky. So anyhow, there's multiple cracks with Nibiru, as I've mentioned, and like the Anunnaki and Stitching. And to be fair, nobody really knows that Stitching translated the text correctly. That's kind of the crack. But I mean, there's a good case that the Anunnaki are just the Watchers, the fallen angels. You know what I mean? And it's the one and the same in a different name. Same with most of the gods, really. The minor gods, they're probably just the fallen angels under other names. Well, not necessarily them all, but a lot of them could be. So, again, these ones that want sacrifice and all this, like Baal and fucking all this kind of crack, they could have just been sort of the Watchers. I don't know, but you know what I mean? It's a possibility. The people were just deceived back in the day, and that again, the people thought they were the gods, the sky gods, when really they were just the fucking the Watchers coming down here causing havoc. So anyhow, Nibiru, dead star, sun. So this is quite interesting, and again, you'll think kind of it's kind of out, but the plot will thicken with a second video. So don't count your chickens. Right, here we go. Actually, I'll just start a new video because then there's no. I don't think he's got a lip sync on this video anyhow. So fuck it. Play, goddammit.
James Kaufman, World News Report today. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, I had to go back to the cameras I was looking at last night, and we have a similar object, and it looks like it's spinning and moving through the frames.
So, again, he's got another camera angle of this object, but it doesn't quite look the same on the other camera angle. But there's a definite massive body in the atmosphere, or like the solar system or whatever. To be fair, I mean, we don't really know what's up there because NASA are lying bastards, to be honest. So yeah, this kind of thing appeared. Now, if you pay attention, you'll notice that this thing is spinning as well in the sky. He has another camera angle on a different video, which is kind of how it gives it a bit more credibility. Because I first saw it and just thought, well, it could be out, it could be fucking AI, it could be, you know what I mean? So I didn't give it, I give it some thought, but I didn't think I'd make a video on it. When he's come out with another video from another angle, I thought, oh Christ. But there's a lot of volcanoes going off. Fucking mountains are falling in here. Again, one of the hypotheses is that when Nibiru comes towards us, it causes gravitational problems and sets off earthquakes, etc. That was one of the theories, and we're kind of having a lot of volcanoes going off. So anyhow, this thing is spinning as well, if you pay attention. Have I muted him? Oh.
Incredibly, it looks like it has craters on it, or lights, and you can see how bright it is there. You can also see how many times they're trying to chemtrail it.
See, it's spinning. If you pick a crater, the crater spins.
Now, there is a very good chance that this may be a star that's in the infrared or ultraviolet spectrum. and I'll show you examples of both. Either one would be completely invisible to humans, even if it was this up close and personal, but it wouldn't be to cameras. So could this be a very up close and personal infrared or ultraviolet star? Let's take a look at those definitions. Wow. Because
Yeah, it's fucking massive. I mean, you've got that thing that was on Netflix called Don't Look Up. And you had a lot of, there's quite a few like films or things like that, TV series, films like Don't Look Up, that's about like another Earth or another thing in the sky, another big thing. So there's been like quite a lot of films and like predictive programming about this kind of thing happening. Again, Don't Look Up is kind of one of them with Leonardo DiCaprio on. I think it was like a Netflix film, but yeah, Don't Look Up. So yeah, this again, it's massive. It's got craters. It seems to be spinning. As he mentioned there, it's about the infrared spectrum. He'll go into a bit more detail in proving that that's the kind of thing. And it was said of Nibiru, the dead, if our star has a binary twin that's dead, that it can't be seen because it's gone out, as I've mentioned before. So I thought again, I'd heard a tale it reignites as it gets close because our sun reignites it, but it maybe doesn't. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. This is a start. We don't know what it is, to be honest. Again, these just guys found this video. There's something in the upper atmosphere here. It's fucking massive. Um, what the hell is it? Is the big question. I don't know. That's the kind of the crack here. What the hell is it? So he'll go and explain a little bit more about it being sort of in the infrared spectrum here, and so you kind of know what's going on. Hold on.
the camera would be able to see it, but the human eye or visible light spectrum for the human, well, it would be out of that spectrum. Let's take a look. Now, if this was an ultraviolet star, it would typically be very hot, massive, luminous star, like O-type or B-type stars, emit significant portion of energy in the ultraviolet part of the electromagnetic spectrum. So it does appear blue, white, invisible, etc. But I would guess that this would be an infrared star, which means a failed star or a brown dwarf star. Brown dwarfs are celestial bodies often called failed stars because they form like stars but lack the mass. And instead of using hydrogen fusion, they are faintly seen in the infrared spectrum.
Yeah, so going fluently in the infrared spectrum, making infrared telescopes like NASA's Wide Field Infrared Survey Explorer. So it can only be seen by certain telescopes, again, because everything it explains there, it's in the infrared spectrum. So it can't be seen by the human eye, but this isn't the human eye, this is a camera. So, again, it just, there's something large there. It seems to be rotating. I mean, it's rotating fast by the seams of it. So I don't know if this is a crack, but he's got another camera angle here of the same thing on a different camera. So, but it doesn't quite look the same. But again, there's two cameras kind of caught it, which gives it a bit more credibility, I would suppose. So, where's this camera at? I'm not quite sure. Wolf Creek Pass is where the camera's at. So, well, I'll go over and we'll have a look at the other video. Hold on. So let's have a look at the other footage again. As you go back into it. So I'll play the end of this bit. Hold on.
There a good chance? Wow. They are trying to cover it. Lots of chemtrails there. That this could be an infrared or ultraviolet star? Well, there definitely is a good chance.
Well, it's fucking massive and it's real close, whatever it is. So again, that's one camera. Again, the channel is World News Report Today. If you want to come and have a look yourself. We've got another here, multiple weather cameras caught this strange object. So here's another camera. Let's play this.
James Kaufman, World News Report today. Ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to show you that I did in fact catch this camera relic, or a really unknown object. At this point, I don't think it could be a camera relic, being on two different cameras, and you can see all the chemtrails happening here, and being the same size and moving from one side to the other. It just doesn't make sense. What does make sense is this could be a rogue planet or a rogue star, maybe our binary star in the infrared. And you'll see it briefly here on another camera, which really, well, pulls me away from the camera relic idea. You can also see all the chemtrails that they're after here. Doesn't show up long, but I'm sure as the day progresses, we'll have more of this star because this is the end of the film here. So I want to show y'all, it's not only on one camera, it's on more than one.
Yeah, so it's on two cameras. Again, doesn't just comes into view,
Different.
but looking like a similar size, massive. So again, I don't know the crack at all. Just come across the video, thought it was interesting. Thought again, it looks a similar size in both cameras, two different cameras apparently. Well, you can see by the layout of the ground, it is two different cameras. So something quite large, been kind of caught on two different cameras. Again, that look slightly different. But it's like light blue, like it said on the first. He had a look at sort of, I can't remember what it was at the start, but he had a look at two different kinds of suns, stars, basically, infrared and something else, and that does look kind of blue. So I don't know, but something fucking massive is in the sky apparently on two cameras. So it wouldn't surprise me, to be honest. It absolutely wouldn't surprise me in this day and age. Yeah, but is that the crack? Has Nibiru arrived? Are the Anunnaki gods? Are they here? Well, I'll leave it there. Peace.